Good day, gentlemen. I'll get straight into this for you. Most men believe that by fixing their woman's problems, they will make her happier and they will improve their relationship. But it turns out the exact opposite happens. This actually ruins love. And this won't be some egotistical red pill bullshit video where we talk about how bad women are. No, that's not what I'm doing here. I think women are great and I think men are great and I think we can work together. Anyway, thing is this. What I'm about to teach you here has not only helped me, but also a bunch of my mentorship clients build healthy, supportive relationships without losing that sexual fire, that sexual spark. And me and my girl, for example, we will have our 8-year anniversary. 8 years in less than 2 months. And we would not have gotten here if I didn't learn this stuff. But 90% of the men who come to me don't know this, which makes complete sense because, first of all, no one teaches us this stuff. And secondly, even the most mature and loving woman might not actually know that she wants this. Not because she's stupid or anything. Again, I'm not some red pill guy, right? But because she simply has never experienced this. And as humans, we don't know what we don't know. And so, sometimes it just takes a new experience for us to understand what we've been missing all along and why we felt a bit off in this relationship all along. And that's likely what she's facing right now. So then why does you solving her problems ruin the relationship over time? Well, think about it like this. As men, we've been conditioned from a young age, including myself, to believe that women need our help and that we should always make sure that she's good and happy. But what would that say about her? That she is an incompetent little child that can't take care of herself. And funnily enough, that's exactly the message she hears when she comes to you with a problem that she's facing in her life, and you instantly offer her solutions and tell her how to fix the problem and tell her that it's not that big of a deal. She feels like you believe that she's an incompetent little child that can't solve her own problems and that she needs you. And that's why she becomes stubborn. That's why she doesn't take your advice. And that's why in the end, after this conversation, both of you feel frustrated because you're like, well, why did you even fucking ask me? Why did you even tell me about the problem if you're not going to take my advice? And she feels like you treated her like an incompetent person, basically. Both of you feel frustrated afterwards. Of course you do. But here's the thing. Feminine softness and playfulness is often mistaken for incompetence. And of course, as a man, you want to be useful. You want to be helpful to the people around you. It's a core need for us men. And you can be really useful to her if you change your approach. Because she does tell you about her problems for a reason. She wants something from you, but not you solving her problems. That's not what she's here for. And in a second, I'll tell you exactly what you can do instead to actually be useful. But first, I want to hammer this into your mind because I learned this years ago. And it's a big reason for why our relationship is so fulfilling and connected these days. But I had an experience last year that really hammered this into my mind and really made me understand this. And I want to tell you about that experience as well. Because I was basically indoor climbing, bouldering to be more specific, with my girl at that time. And she was working on this route. And then some guy comes up. He didn't really see me, right? I was kind of off to the side, sitting somewhere. She was working on this route. Some guy comes up and tells her how to do this route. And she looked very uncomfortable for 2 reasons. Number one, look, it's supportive, right? The whole bouldering community, it's very supportive. You help each other, all this stuff. But this guy came up without her asking for any advice. And also, he was by far the worst climber. She had already done this route multiple times. She was just training on it again to train one specific move. And this guy just comes up and tells her about it. And look, he didn't have any bad intentions, right? But he was acting from this belief system of, oh, there's this tiny blonde woman that's really giggly and happy. I need to help her. And yes, my girl is blonde and tiny, right? Like, anyway, the thing is like, he needed to help her. That's his instinct. And of course, as men, we have this helper instinct, but it's not useful in a relationship because again, it will just make her feel like, dude, why do you think that I'm incompetent? Like, I've already done this route. Like, what the fuck, dude? And I'm not telling you to put the feminine on a pedestal and believe that the feminine is better than masculine or any bullshit like that. No, feminine and masculine are equals with their differences, and those differences fill each other's gaps. They're like puzzle pieces that fit together. And when she tells you about a problem that she's facing, that is not an invitation to solve that problem, but it feels like it is because you and her speak different languages. Let me explain. As men, when we ask for advice, or when we talk about a problem with another person, we do it to ask for advice. We do it to get a solution. Because as men, like, let's be honest, we solve or try to solve most of our problems in our own head. We go through all possible solutions, all possible options in our own head. And if we can't find a solution or can't make a decision after we've done all that, then we will ask for an outside perspective. But women, they don't solve problems in their own head. They solve problems by talking about these problems with other people. Simply put, all the work that you do in your own head, she does naturally by speaking with other people. And you may have experienced this when you ask her for advice. She will listen very carefully. She will ask questions. She will be curious. She will rarely ever offer solutions. Why? Well, because that's how she solves problems. That's what she does when one of her female friends asks her for advice. Because this is how the feminine solves problems, by talking about problems with someone who listens, who is curious, who asks questions, who helps them in that conversation understand their problem better, understand what's going on better, and then she can solve her problem by herself. Like, think about it. What do your guy friends do when you tell them about a problem you're facing? They will offer solutions. They will tell you what to do. They will give you their perspective. And the conversation is only over when you know what to do, when the problem is solved. That's when the conversation ends. But most women, they will meet up and talk about all these different problems for hours and never find a solution for most of them, and the conversation still ends. But the woman who told the other woman about her problems, she feels much better now, and that allows her to solve the problem by herself. And this is not a problem, because the masculine and the feminine are the most compatible things in this world. You just need to learn to speak each other's languages. And so the best thing that you can do, the most effective thing you can do when she comes to you with a problem, is you simply listen. You're curious, you let her speak, you ask questions, you help her understand the issue better by simply having a conversation about the issue with her, and you bite your tongue whenever that old version of you creeps back in who wants to offer her solutions. What happens when you do this is that you will be truly useful to her, and she will be able to solve her problems by herself, and it will take much less effort for you to actually do this, and she will appreciate you much more for it. She will appreciate what you do for her, and she will let you know that she appreciates it. And like, since I've started doing this in my relationship a couple of years ago, my girl has still, like, till this day, every time I do this, she tells me how good she feels, how safe she feels with me, how connected she feels to me, and how easy I make her life. And dude, that's all that I want. I just want her to have an easy life. And I think most men, that's what we want for our women. We kind of want to take weight off their shoulder, and we want to be there for them, and we want to use our big heart to give to them. And this is how you do it. And of course, if we flip this, and now you're coming to her with a problem, well, she also needs to learn your language, and she also needs to understand that when you tell her about your problem, all the questions that she wants to ask you and all the listening she wants to do, you've already done that. You've already asked yourself all those questions in your own head, and you simply come to her for a practical solution. That's what you want. And she might not always be able to give that to you because, well, if it's a big problem, then it's kind of tricky to find a solution sometimes, but she still has to try. That's what you appreciate. That's what you want from her. And so that's what she needs to learn. And let me be very honest here. This is just one piece of this puzzle you need to build to have a great relationship. It is an important piece of this puzzle, but it is just one piece. And so if you're actually serious about building a great relationship, then I recommend you watch this video next, because in there I walk you through step by step what I did to actually build this relationship that I'm in now. And these are the biggest things, the highest leverage things that you can do. So you can go watch that right now, and I'll speak to you soon. Have a great day.